WECT investigates the cost of safety on a college campus. Public records show UNC Wilmington paid more than $100,000 for a report on how the university responded to multiple safety threats last fall. WECT's investigative reporter Connor Smith speaking with UNCW's police chief about the review's findings. Connor, he says students and faculty will notice some changes on campus next fall.
Yeah, that's right, Daniela. Chief Frank Brinkley says there will be more training, new roles for staff during emergencies, and better communication during major incidents. The goal is addressing gaps that came to the forefront in a chaotic week last September. This was the scene in September when a hoax put UNCW's campus on lockdown for 3 hours.
There's rumors going around that there's an active shooter on the east deck.
That night, the culmination of a tumultuous week on campus. Police also responded to a bomb threat and confrontations between students over a spirit rock. That made UNCW leadership analyze how safe campus is.
We are going to take the after action report very, very seriously and see what can we do differently for next time.
Invoices we obtained through a public records request show the university paid $132,000 for that third-party after action report. Even at that price point, UNCW Police Chief Frank Brinkley says it was critical to get outside perspective.
One of the things we focused on was clarity and getting messages out sooner when an incident occurs. There's always a balance you have to strike between fast and detailed.
That 7-page report finalized this month. It highlighted 7 key findings and 10 areas UNCW can improve.
Communication is always going to be the biggest challenge. How quickly you can get facts and details, because the initial information is usually wrong.
After this video of a gunman circulated around campus, the report says the team in charge of sending out emergency alerts was, quote, overwhelmed. Students and staff were largely left in the dark as law enforcement spent the next 3 hours sweeping campus.
I like to think we probably would have made a decision to notify the campus sooner.
Authorities determined the video was not from UNCW. The report says the university should implement 24/7 threat assessment. During the lockdown, hundreds of law enforcement officers converged on campus. The report found that created a, quote, significant resource management issue.
It was great to have all those resources here, but they need to be coordinated and pointed in a particular direction, right?
Over the last 8 months, campus has quieted down. Some changes have already been implemented, others in the works.
We're committed to continuous improvement. It doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop with this report.
So this campus is as safe as possible. And I asked UNCW if this after-action report was worth $132,000. A spokesperson sent a statement saying this was an important investment in campus safety and preparedness. You can read that full 7-page report right now inside your WECT News app. Connor Smith, WECT.